Hello, students. Are you interested in taking up research? Do you find difficulty in selecting the best alternative for your research work? Don't worry. This lecture will help you out from all your difficulties. Today's lecture is about selection of research topic. This is relevant for those planning to do PhD, present a research paper, trying to select the best business alternative, planning to do their dissertation, MPhil programs, and lot more. Selecting an appropriate research topic is the basic and utmost important step of a research. If not chosen in an appropriate way, there may be chances of ending up all our research in an incomplete manner. Many have faced the problem of rejection by their guides and start researching again by choosing another topic which is appropriate, and it is a time-consuming process. So, the first thing we must remember while choosing our research topic is to choose a topic from our interest area. Many try to choose research topic from others' recommendation. They never understand that selecting a research topic is same as that of selecting our own attire for the day. We select them from our likings and interests, isn't it? My own interest areas may be marketing and management. So, if I choose a topic which is related to these two areas, I would feel like doing research and find out my own interpretations. So, remember the fact that if we are not happy with the topic, then learning would not occur. The first prominent factor in any field of study is knowing our interest area. The next thing before finalizing the research topic is background study. The aim of research is to find new facts or to revisit the existing facts, look at it and see if they are still valid today. Basically, research aims at adding something new to the existing body of knowledge. Let's take an example. I decided to take up a topic on investment ideas in business and employee management. I found that there are lots of works on these topics, but they are mainly from an organization and high-level manager's point of view, not from a common man. So, I'm going to add something new to the existing body of knowledge. This is commonly known as research gap. Research gap is nothing but areas which is left unexplored in previous researches. So, we must go through different articles, journals and existing research papers, then figure out the research gap and finally take up either totally unexplored area or partially unexplored area, then begin our research. Background study helps in writing introduction to our thesis. Thesis is nothing but a short statement, usually one sentence that summarizes the main point or claim, and it is developed, supported and explained the text by means of examples and evidence. Background study also helps us in taking up works which we have read and bringing up new associated theories and facts. The third step is to limit the genus. What is actually meant by limiting the genus? Let's consider another example. If we take a research on survey of cancer patients all over India, this topic seems to be simple. But we don't recognize that this is one of the bulky topic we have taken for our research work. It is a time-consuming and effortful task for researchers to take survey on cancer patients in India. But it is affordable for them to restrict and reduce their research to a particular state or city rather than a whole country. This is what limiting the genus tells us. Know to be selective in what we are choosing. This results in an productive and appropriate research work. So, these are the main things to be taken into consideration while choosing our research topic. First, selecting an appropriate research topic. Second, background study before we choose our topic. Third, limit the genus. Hope you all understood this session. With this, I end my class. Thank you and have a nice day.